Hello everyone, and welcome to that handicapping show. I'm Tom LaMarra, joined by Claire Novak this morning. She's filling in for Pete Dank. Pete is or has headed to or is already in Chicago for the Arlington Million. So great card at Arlington. Wish we had the time to talk about a lot of these races, but we don't. 3 grade ones and a very interesting $400,000 marathon that drew an interesting field of international type horses. We're going to talk about the Arlington Million. Pretty good field. I picked a horse that Claire has already laughed at earlier this morning. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out with Claire's assessment of how this race will go. She really likes a horse on top, and she likes a couple of other horses underneath.
Yes, well, first of all, my friend Joe Christofek out there at Arlington Park, hi to all my friends at Arlington, which is 25 minutes away from where I grew up. He called Crackerjack King as the second choice on the morning line, and I'm not so fond of the first choice. I think that Boisterous is kind of second string. When a trainer stays wherever their other horse is running, that's kind of a little bit of a tip-off, and Shug McGahee has point of entry in the Sword Dancer at Saratoga. So I'm going to go away from that, but I do like Crackerjack King. I think it's a great story. The horse is 7 for 9 lifetime, and you know, an Italian horse that could be the first one for his country to win the Arlington Million. So I could go into depth on all of this stuff, but the one thing that they said about the Coral Eclipse, which is his last race where he finished 5th, was that the turf was yielding that day. He didn't really care for that, and I don't think he's going to get the same scenario at Arlington where it's been a little drier. So that's my boy on top. As far as my second choice, I'm going to go with one of the third choices. Big surprise here. It's Afsare or Afsar, or however we want to pronounce it.
We'll find out later, but
we'll find out. This horse ran second to Crackerjack King a couple times back, and I think he's probably one of the most likely horses to be sitting in behind there and then make a big move. And then Little Mike is kind of the speed in the race. Dale Romans is coming into this loaded for bear. He's got Silver Max in the other in the Secretariat. And 2 other starters in the Secretariat as well, Cosetti and Finnegan's Wake. So my thoughts with Little Mike are, you know, he's a speed horse. He's probably going to set the pace and then kind of fade. But I think he's a good horse. I don't think he'll fade that much. So I'll put him third.
All right. Little Mike has not run at the 1.25 mile distance, but jockey changed to Ramon Dominguez. Joe Bravo rode the horse fantastically, actually. The trainer decided to switch jockeys. Ramon is good, and he knows how to ride a horse on the front end. This is a tough race. You have Treasure Beach in here, Colombian, some nice horses from overseas. I'm going to pick one horse in this race, Rahi Strada, who got a laugh for whatever reason. The horse won the Arlington Handicap at Arlington with a real strong, brisk speed number last time. 3 for 6 at 1.25 miles and 3 for 5 on the Arlington Park turf. Julian Lepereau is in to ride. Drew the inside. He's got a little bit of early speed. I think a lot of these horses don't, and I could see him kind of rating behind Little Mike or close, and I'm just going to take a shot that he's in the right place at the right time. He's an 8-year-old Rahi, hasn't faced really top horses in all of his starts, but he's run big races, and I think he's got the class. So that is my one-horse pick in the Arlington Million.
Okay, Tom.
I do like Crackerjack King, but again, all the races he's won were in Italy.
Yeah, and the tough thing about that is,
so he'll need to step up, but I do think he's absolutely worth looking at. So.
Well, even his trainer says, you know, Group 1 in Italy is like a Group 3 here, or Grade 3 here. So, I mean, he does admit that. So, yeah, I hope he steps it up.
Like we said, great card at Arlington, major opportunities for wagering, interesting races, and that's the entire card actually, because there are some minor stakes that actually have some good fields. Also, quick reminder, Pete is not here. Pete is up at Arlington, as I said, but he will be participating in a live blog at bloodhorse.com Friday at noon. I'll be on. Claire may join as well, so be sure to check into bloodhorse.com. We'll be talking about the Arlington card and a few other races around the country. So that's it for this week's That Handicapping Show. For Claire and for Pete, I'm Tom. Have a great weekend.